Hey, welcome everyone. I'm gonna do another flower or another field of flowers and a tree with the blue sky. Try and dot it. I don't know why this thing keeps going up this way. I gotta clean the lens a little. Anyway, I did a little sketch here so you can kind of see what I only got a few colors here: red, crimson, yellow, Windsor blue, yellow ochre. I might need a little umber because what I want to do is lay a darker clear before I dot it with yellow flowers. I think I'll do a blue sky, a green tree, yellow flowers, and a brown road. So I'm trying to use red, yellow, blue, and green. Okay, that's the mixture I want to use. Maybe some orange. So yeah, red, yellow, blue, and like a brownish road here. I don't need much brown, but let me see if there's any in this tube here. But I am getting paint all over myself. I gotta have some burnt umber somewhere. Open your heart. That's all right. I can make some sound. Really easy. To make brown is orange and black. Let's get started. What I'm going to do is, let me start with the tree. We'll put the tree in first. Or the tree trunk anyway. So I haven't gone to go get the brushes yet I need. I'm trying to dot this out today with and I want the dots to be a little more precise, I guess. I've been practicing these pieces and I've been rushing, so I've been like really my dots haven't been so perfect. That's all right. They still came out look pretty cool. There's my distant tree. All right, very good. My whole idea for this painting, I was going to put a whole bunch of flowers over here and then have a green field over here with like one flower out here by itself. One flower and then a whole field over here, which would like tell you, you know, it's okay to be an individual, uh, you know, instead of going with the crowd over here. I'll see how this turns out first. So it's going to be a yellow field. This is going to be a yellow field. So what I'm going to do is put some dark color down first. And it's end up getting dotted with yellow flowers. Maybe some orange in there too. I was supposed to go do a job this morning, but when I woke up, my tire was flat. I didn't have a spare, so eventually I got it aired up, and now I got to fix the flat. I gessoed over a face. This was it was just a practice painting I did. It wasn't anything special. All right, this is just the undertone, okay? Not the painting. That's the undertone. These paintings come out really cool looking. The issue I was having was the brush I was using to dot it up. Wasn't the greatest brush. I ended up using a filbert brush to dot everything. So this is going to be a light brown road here. So what you do is mix yellow and orange, red. You'll get like an orange color, and then put a little black in it. And get like a brown color, see? So even though I only have 3 colors down here, you can pretty much make any color with those colors. And make it lighter by adding white to it. When you're an artist, mixing colors you should put that in your train of thought to bat. As soon as you start painting, as soon as you become an artist, you should start thinking about your colors and how to mix them. And because I mean, you'll buy these colors that are already pre-mixed out of the tube, but they need to have some other color mixed with it, believe it or not, because otherwise your paintings will all end up looking like I call them tube paintings. If you're not making your own colors, you're gonna look like the colors will look too factory made, you know. You know what I'm saying. I don't like this glare on there. Hold on. There we go. Much better. All right, now I'm actually gonna do the tree next. Put the leaves on it, and then I'll do the sky around it. I might not even do this. Yeah, I want to put like a color underneath, a light blue, and then when I start dotting, if I miss a spot, there'll be some blue there that so I don't hit a white background. So what did I say? What color tree am I gonna make? It's gonna be a field of flowers. I might just do one over here, like I said. Maybe down here, like one flower right here, compared to a whole field. It's okay to be. So the painting has some meaning. Let's do it's going to end up being either a yellow tree or an orange tree. I like the orange you eat, the orange color orange. So what I'm going to do is we'll make make a little more brown. And I'll put the leaves in dark brown first. We'll do the shape of a tree on the top of these branches first to get the shape of the tree. I like that. All right, that's a pretty nice looking tree there. So I'm going to put the sky in now, the undertone for the sky. A light blue. I have Windsor blue here. So it's better to mix, if you want a light blue, it's better to take a little white. Take a little white first, like this, put it to the side, and then add a little blue to it. Instead of grabbing a lot of blue and adding white too, because it'll take forever to get it down to this light color. So mix the blue into the white, okay? That way you don't waste all your dark blue. And if you don't know what I mean by that, you'll understand it once you do it once. Especially when you get into your paints, you know, you don't want to go wasting your paint. You know, the paint that you buy for $60 for a small tube, you gotta preserve it. Now, if it's just, you know, entry level paint, then I wouldn't worry about it. But there are some acrylic paints out there that are really expensive. Now, I'm not worried about this being all one tone because I'm gonna dot it, I think. I can't remember which artist did that a lot. There was one artist, they have the painting at the Chicago Museum where he used really tiny little dots for the whole painting. That must have taken him, you know, a year to paint that painting. Because I use small dots, but not that small. It only takes me like, you know, an hour and a half. For the road, I don't use dots. I use like straight lines. I'll show you when I get to it. I'll look pretty good. It's gonna look good when I make that tree orange, yellow. I'll do that first, and then we'll see what the painting looks like. Maybe I'll take a picture of it just in this state. That way I'll get another image out of it before I dot it up. Trying to get paintings ready for it. In 2 weeks from now, I have an art show here at the Farmers Market every Saturday here in Seattle, and we get to see art there this year. Not every Saturday, but like every third Saturday, we get to go set up and sell some art, and I get to test these new pieces out this year. I noticed a lot of the artists out there, they only bring out so many paintings. So I have a lot of different styles that I do, but what this first Saturday is going to tell me is that sell some of these ones that I dot up, I can continue doing them, and then I know they're worth painting. I'll show you a couple of them here. These are pretty big dots here. I'm going to start trying to make them smaller, but I kind of like that. Looks good when it's far away on the wall. It looks really good. And I did this one. They look really good from far away. I put a nice varnish on these already. These are ready for sale. And like I said, from a distance, they look really cool, man. I'll give you a shot of them there. I leaned them up against the wall there. From a distance, they look, it looks cool. All right, so I'll put the shadow of this tree is going to go over here, like angling back. So keep that in mind. The shadow makes a big difference in the painting. All right, let me put a little bit of color down here, and then I will, what was I going to do here? Oh, there's stems down here. If I do all yellow flowers here, this is going to be like the beginning of them. So I'll make that maybe like a greenish color in there. It'll kind of look like a bush right now. So this is my undertone now. I'm going to do the tree first with some since I didn't go get a small, I thought I had a real filbert brush. I don't know where I put it. I do have a small round brush here. Let's do this one first. It's kind of flimsy, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's got to have here, I got my brushes here. I'll show you how many brushes I got. This thing is like full of brushes. All the small ones kind of work their way down to the bottom. Here we go. Great. I found an expensive brush. Perfect for, I don't know what they call this technique. I just call it dotting, okay? All right, so I'm going to use we'll have the light coming from the right up here. So what I'm going to do, I know the right side here is going to be lit up. This is these are really small dots. I hope that makes that person from yesterday happier. Somebody was trying to give me advice and said, make the dots smaller. Right now I'm trying to create the clumps right now. This is yellow right out of the tube. It seems a little translucent, so I'm going to have to add some white to it. To get a more opaque color. But since I'm going to put more dots up there, that's fine for now. And I'll have one big area here in the middle here. Alright, so I'm going to mix a little white into that yellow and create a new yellow. Titanium white, and it should cover better. And we're going to put more dots up there. I made it even lighter. Open your eyes. I don't know where I was at this morning, but I heard that Madonna song. Now it's stuck in my head. All right, I'm gonna put a little red in it now. Yeah, we'll start introducing some orange into here. I know it seems like a lot of work, but it ends up going pretty quick, believe it or not. I think I'll have this done in an hour. Pretty cool, huh? Then I'm going to make a bright now. Just mixing a little more red into that orange for the darkest color here at the bottom. Where the maybe the shadows would be. Dot it up. Dot, dot, dot it. Dot, dot, dot it. I don't know why I like this technique. So I don't like all this dark stuff here, so I'm just going to grab some titanium white and try and cover some of that dark area. should have made the tree a little lighter from the get-go. Maybe I should just start yellow. Yeah, let's do that. Open your heart, I get you love me, babe. Really cool. I like it. Well, if you like watching paint dry, this is the channel for you. Uh, so I guess what I'm going to do is going to do the one flower thing. I'll do that on another painting. But, so I'm going to grab a bigger brush for the flowers now. I'm going to fill this in with flowers. Start with yellow. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with big yellow circles here. In the foreground. And it's gonna have a mixture of orange here as well. And as I go back, I make them smaller and smaller. But watch how cool this looks when I'm done. I haven't really got the technique down yet, but I do think you want to make them bigger here and smaller as you go back, so you get that illusion of them getting off into the distance there. I used a really small brush back there, but now watch, I'm going to introduce some orange in here. Some orange color. And then maybe another color. Fill in all the gaps. Maybe a green for the leaves. But you can kind of see already how cool it's going to look when it's all in. I'll put some red in there eventually to maybe get some bright colors going. Maybe white for highlights. Wow, that already looks so cool, man. So since I have the big brush out, we'll start on this side to put some flowers here. I just like this filbert brush because it's stout and it really pushes the paint on there, and you can either make it full or smaller. You got more control. A round tip brush. Or at least that's the way I think. Open your heart. Looking good. Hopefully I'm not getting in the camera. I'll stand back a little here. You get a smaller brush now. This one doesn't dot very well. that's what I'm going to have to do after I'm done with this. I got to go run and look for, they said I could find a bag of brushes at the dollar store. That's good for this. Somebody did last night. Yeah, this brush is kind of slimy. So I'm going back to my filbert brush, and I'll just have to touch it a little smaller. If you want the illusion distance, you'll have to make those a little smaller in the back. Obviously, pretty sure you're aware of that. I kind of like it. I'm not going to over paint it, because I think sometimes when it's just, it works out. So I might just add a little white in here. Let's try it, see what it looks like. Like just a little bit of light color here and there. Might not even need. I kind of like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is make a few big flowers here. And maybe put some stems. Indication of stems here. Let's give it a try. Okay, I like that. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. So I do my road this way now with horizontal lines with some dark brown. Some dark brown lines. You could either lighten that up with white and you'll get a light, or you can add red to it to get a different tone. You just want to have different colors in here. Let's try red in there. It's the same style, except these are lines, these are dots. This is a little bit of ochre. Very cool. I don't know. I've been doing this with my my edge. I've just been putting some dark edge down there. I just painted in. Seems to be working for the painting. Seems like the painting, is what I mean. Alright guys, this is part one. I'll have to finish this in a little bit. I gotta go run to the store. Look at that, it's looking good. I forgot to take a picture of it before I started dotting it. Thanks for all the like. Hopefully somebody new followed me. I'm doing these to get subscribers, you know. I paint every day for like 4 or 5 hours just to try and get one new subscriber. This is really cool. I kind of like it with the flat blue sky like that. I got to come up with a way to do the sky. Maybe big swirls, or so it's not so hard to dot the whole sky. Here's that tree. I'll show you that tree from way over there, what it looks like on the bed there. See how cool that looks from far away with the shadow? See the shadow of the trunk? The one behind it? Look how cool that looks from a distance. It looks nice. I'm hoping these sell, man. If not, I'll be disappointed, because they're really unique looking. Alright guys, I'll be back in about 30 minutes and I'll finish this one and start a new one. I have another canvas ready that I gessoed. I'm trying not to buy any more canvas. I got at least 3,000 of them. And you know, over half of those paintings aren't sellable, so I'm just gessoing over them.